Hey, welcome to The Explainer. So let's talk about something you do every single day, reading. But what if I told you we're mostly doing it wrong? In just the next few minutes, we're going to completely flip the script on what it means to read efficiently.
So, let me ask you, what is reading? I mean, really, when you look at these two columns, which one feels more familiar from your school days? Is it all about decoding, sounding out words, getting the pronunciation just right? Or is it about something bigger, like actually getting the message? You know, for most of us, we were drilled on the stuff on the left. But the real goal, the magic of it all, that's all happening on the right.
And that right there, that's the whole point. Yeah, recognizing words is step one when you're a little kid. But the real reason we read, especially as adults, has nothing to do with pronunciation. It's about communication, plain and simple. It's about connecting with the message the writer wanted to send you.
Okay, so thinking about it that way, it kind of changes everything, right? Reading isn't you just sitting there passively soaking up words like a sponge. No way. It's an active, cooperative thing. It's basically a conversation between you and the author. They put their message out there, and your job is to interact with it and understand what they're saying.
And this idea gets even cooler. Check out this quote. An expert named Kenneth Goodman called reading get this, a psycholinguistic guessing game. It sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. It's an interaction between your thoughts and the language on the page. It means the best readers aren't just decoding letters, they're playing a game. They're predicting, guessing, and using everything they already know to figure out the meaning without having to read every little thing.
Okay, so if reading is this awesome guessing game, do you play it the same way for everything? Like, do you read a dense legal document the same way you read a quick text from a friend? Of course not. But honestly, this is the exact spot where so many of us get it wrong.
You see, studies have found one huge, glaring difference between efficient readers and, well, less efficient ones. The inefficient reader treats everything the same. They just plod along at the same slow, careful speed, no matter what they're reading. And that is a massive mistake. Why? Because it completely ignores the number one rule. Why are you reading this in the first place?
An efficient reader, though, they're totally different. They're flexible. Think of it like they have 3 different speeds they can shift into. First up is study speed. Super slow, super careful. This is for things like legal documents where you need to catch every single detail. We're talking like 90% comprehension. Then you've got your average speed. This is for newspapers, novels, stuff where you want the main ideas. And maybe 70% comprehension is totally fine. And then there's top gear, skimming. This is when you're just flying through a page trying to find one specific thing, like a name or a date. Your comprehension might only be 50%, but that's all you need.
So, how in the world do they do that? How do they switch speeds so easily? What's the secret sauce? Well, it's actually super simple, but it might just break a rule you've had drilled into you since you were 5 years old. They don't read word by word.
I mean, reading a sentence one word at a time? Successful, improvement, of, your, reading. It's painfully slow, right? But it's worse than just being slow. It actually kills your comprehension. Your brain is working so hard just processing each tiny little piece, it has no energy left over to connect them into a bigger idea. It's the classic can't see the forest for the trees problem, but for reading.
Now here's the efficient way. Instead of individual words, you read in meaningful chunks. Successful improvement of your reading depends on your eagerness to improve. See how that flows? Your brain isn't processing single words anymore. It's grabbing entire ideas, entire sense groups. And when you do that, something amazing happens. Your speed goes way up. And believe it or not, so does your understanding.
So, when you put it all together, what does it mean? It means reading smarter, not harder. It's about using the supercomputer you already have, your brain, to do the heavy lifting. You glance at the text, use what you already know to predict the meaning, and then just read enough to check if you're right. You're basically using less information from the page and way more information from your own head. It's a total game changer.
So, here's my challenge to you. The next time you open a book, or an email, or even just scroll through a website, stop and think. Remember, this isn't just about sounding out words. It's a conversation. It's a game. And now, you know the secret. So, what are you going to read differently?